Simba's daughter is the key to a resolution of a bitter feud between Simba's pride and the outcast pride, led by the Maid of Scar. Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review, and this time it's on the movie The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. This movie came out back in 1998. It was a straight-to-video VHS, also DVD release. This movie had 3 wins and was nominated for 3 more awards. And the people that led the voice to this movie is Matthew Broderick, Nev Campbell, Andy Dick, Robert Gillum, James Earl Jones, Moira Kelly, Nathan Lane, Jason Marsden, Suzanne Pleshette, Oni Sabella, Lacey Chabot, Edward Hibbert, Cam Clark, Michelle Horn, Jim Cummings, Meredith Scott Lynn, Ryan O'Donoghue, and Ashley Ednor. Oh, right. So, my thoughts on this movie. Is it great? Is it good? Is it bad? A lot of people either did not know about this movie or got turned off from watching this movie. Like they just did not want to watch this movie for a certain reason. And I understand why. But at the same time, it's like you're missing out. You're missing out. Okay, so first of all, it's an animated sequel, a Disney animated sequel, which normally doesn't go over well. Normally doesn't. Especially to an iconic movie. Iconic animated movie done by Disney. The first movie of The Lion King. That was iconic. That was a great movie all around. You know how I feel about that. If you haven't seen my review yet, go and take a look at my review on that movie. And then we're coming on to this one. And actually, in between this movie and the first movie came a TV show. Don't know if you guys know about this. That's right, there was a Disney animated TV show called Timon and Pumbaa. Ran for 1 season, but if I remember right, it had 150 or 60 episodes, something like that. Yeah. That show is on Disney Plus. That's where you can go and watch this, ladies and gentlemen. And while I'm on the subject, yes, I own this movie. I did not see it at Disney Plus. However, you can go over and watch it at Disney Plus because they do have it. I watched it on Blu-ray. I own it. That's right. Alright, so let's go over everything, shall we? So, like I said, I'm just going to scrap the TV show. I'm going to leave that for another time. But I'm going to compare this to the first one, though. To the first movie. Does it compare? So, let's go over everything in this movie and then I'll compare. So, first of all, consider the fact it's a straight to DVD, straight to VHS. It was great graphics, and they also released it on Blu-ray afterwards. On Blu-ray, yeah, years and years later. It is. I think the animation has stood the test of time, and I think the animation is amazing. Amazing. I think it's an upgrade from the first for the animation. Story-wise. Actually, yeah, story-wise. So, I think the story in this one is actually, I think the plot is actually very good this time around. Very good. And it's written extremely well. Extremely well. And it's surprising because it is a sequel. Normally, animated, Disney animated movies don't have great storylines. But this one does. This one does. So I have no complaints over the storyline. Another aspect of this movie, the music. Some people might actually prefer the music in the first one. I would not blame them. The first one had classic music. But at the same time, this one also has classic music. This one also had great music. And comparing it to the first one, it's like, I don't know which soundtrack I prefer. I love the soundtrack from the first. I love the soundtrack from this. I think, in comparison, it's on the same level. That, to me personally, it's on the same level. Oh wait, the comedic factor. Yeah, this is I have a little bit of a gripe with this movie. The comedic factor was actually so much better in the first one. The first one felt more comedic, if you will. Well, they were trying to have a serious storyline in the first one, but they also had a lot of comedic parts. In this one, they do have some comedic parts, but it's not as much. But yeah. Voice cast. Phenomenal for the most part. And truth be told, there was only one voice I did not like, and I'm so glad that it wasn't, that the character didn't have too many lines. I'm talking about the character Zazu. It's not the same voice. It's not. And reason why, to me personally, it felt off in this one. It felt off. And I think that is the only place that this movie falls short on. It's because they did not get the person that did the voice of Zazu from the first one. No. And there was one scene in particular where they had a voice for Mufasa. They did. And it was not, in the first one was Jeremy Irons. And it was not Jeremy Irons this time around. It was Jim Cummings. I also know Jim Cummings from other things. But that being said, the only reason why it felt off was because it was not the same voice. Truth be told, I think the person that did the voice of Zazu this time around, he did a very good job. It just felt off to me because it's not the same voice. It's not. Anyhow, that being said, IMDb, with all the users combined, gives this movie a 6.4 out of 10. I disagree with this. I disagree with the rating completely. I think this is a hidden gem. And if you have not seen this, I suggest you watch it. You can watch this over at Disney Plus, because they do have it. They have everything for The Lion King, everything. And like I said, I do find that this is a hidden gem. Therefore, I give this movie, I actually prefer this over the first one. Yes. Why? But okay, so first of all, let's give my rating. I give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. That's my rating. Oh, wait. So, before I do close this, I do need to say, I do feel like the first one had more comedic parts. It was more funnier, but this one was more serious. And I think this is the reason why I prefer this one over the first one. And don't get me wrong, I do think the first one is a great, iconic movie. Just this one is more iconic to me. Yeah. Anyhow, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you love this movie or did not love this movie, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I always love your comments, whether you love the movie or hate it. I'm sweating here. If you like this review, you can like this video, and if you love my content, you can subscribe to my channel. So I want to thank you all for taking time to watch, and join me next time for another movie review I intend to do soon. I am out.